Mom and Tenny Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your mom and dad?
Mom and Dad.
Okay.
This is cousins of mine right there, and this is cousins of mine here. Now this is Daddy's people. This was Grandpa Smith, and we called her Aunt May. It was his third wife, and I don't know why the children all called her Aunt May, but that's what we called her. And this is Aunt Jenny, and Aunt Carrie, and my dad, Aunt Kate, Aunt Maud, Aunt Stell, and Uncle Albert. Dad just had one brother. There's 2 brothers and 5 girls. Aunt Maud was the youngest, and there's Aunt Kate. Now she died, I can remember, but that was about all. She treated us while we had the flu in 1918, and I remember that because she come to our house and took care of us. We was all down with the flu. In 1919, we didn't have it so bad. I had typhoid in 1918, but in 1919, we all was down with flu. Aunt Jenny was always an awful big woman. See their house?
Mm-hmm.
She always was. And that's Grandpa Smith. He always wore a mustache.
He's got a beard there.
Well, that's what I mean, a beard.
Always wore a beard.
Uncle Phil always wore a beard, pretty much. This is Mom and Dad. Dad was sick, and I think it was on Father's Day, but of course I didn't mark it. Now this is Mom and Dad's 50th anniversary here.
Now this is the house that you had over in Canova, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the back part of it. It's out in the back. This was the kitchen window right here. And right there you went over a hill. This is the smokehouse, and then up front was here, you see.
Mm-hmm.
But this, well, I guess you'd call it more side yard. This end, and he had his pajamas on, and I had him come out and take his pictures on a Sunday. I think it was Father's Day, that's why I wanted to get his picture. I don't know why I got
Now these,
over some.
I don't know. I'll get these of you.
Here's Mom and Dad, and this was when Jim was
Mammaw.
home on. This is during the war when Jim was home on furlough.
Which war?
The Second World War. Brother Jim was in it.
Right. Now Uncle Jim was in the army, but he wasn't in the war, was he?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uncle Jim?
He was ready to go into the Battle of the Bulge when peace was settled. Yeah, he was in fighting. He fought. Now Donnie and Jimmy, Donnie was in and Jimmy, but they wasn't in war. Jim was over in Italy, but he didn't
Okay.
do no fighting. Yeah, Uncle Jim was he was in battle.
Big time? It sounds like it.
Yeah, they was ready to, that Battle of the Bulge was a real, and he was ready to go in that when peace was, that's Mom and Dad in Cleveland when Don lived in Cleveland.
Oh, there's the May Company. Right behind him, you see that?
Yeah, that was in Cleveland, Ohio.
They still have the May Company. My friend
Yeah.
Robin works for the May Company.
Is that right?
In Cleveland.
Now this is Mom's mother and Dad. This was when they was a little younger. Who's Mom in her petticoat?
So this is your grandparents.
Uh-huh. Mom's mother and Daddy. And this
What were their names?
Harvey and Nancy. That's where Nancy got her name. Uncle Farrell wanted me to
So
remember
they're my great-great-grandparents.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mom's mother and Dad.
My great-great-grandparents.
Mm-hmm. And this is your great-grandpa on Daddy's side. That's his mother and Dad. I don't know whether I've got, well now I'll show you one over here that Jim just brought back to me today. He wanted to make some off of them and took them over there and never did have them made. I don't know whether they can make any off of them or not. And that was Grandpa Riggs. But this was Grandpa Smith and Aunt May, as we called her. And that's in 12-Pole Creek. They lived out 12-Pole, out back at Cerrito on 12-Pole Creek, they called it.
Mm-hmm.
Up Turnhole is what they called it. Up Turnhole, and that was taken.
Huh.
And that's your great-grandparents, too. That was Daddy's father and stepmother. His mother died, and he married again, and I think he was just about 5 years old when his stepmother died. He could
That's
remember.
her?
No, that's another one. That's his third wife. He had 2 wives to die, and then he married
So
her.
it's his second stepmother.
Uh-huh. So we called her Aunt May. Now, why the children called her Aunt May, I don't know, but we all called her Aunt May. Grandpa and Aunt May.
Wow.
She died right after Claire Sand was born. But Grandpa died long before that. I was only about 12 years old when Grandpa Smith died. This is Grandpa Riggs. Now, this is Mom's,
Now, you said Grandpa Smith.
Daddy's father.
Okay. Your dad's father.
Yeah, that's your great-grandfather.
I need,
John.
no, I need a piece of paper. I want to write down.
John and May. Now, that's Mom's brothers. This is Uncle Wayne, Uncle Farrell, Uncle Bill, Uncle John, Uncle Willard, and Uncle Benton. And she had a young brother that died when he was just 4 years old.
My goodness. Look at those outfits.
That's your great-uncles. Great-great-uncle.
Look at that collar.
Yeah.
You don't see that today very often.
No, but he's got one too, just like it, Sue.
Uh-huh. I need a piece of
And them
paper.
hats, out right there in the, behind you. Or if you want white paper, I think I've got some white
Doesn't
paper.
matter.
The yellow table. Let me get you.
Here's a pen.
Here.
Okay.
I've got a pen in my pocketbook, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Well, I was just going to write down some of this.
I keep telling Jimmy that I'm going to put down who all's George's people and mine, you know,
So-
list them. And he said, Mom, you say that all the time. Don't do it. I should have done it the other day. I was loose in to know what to do and didn't do nothing.
So, your mom was Tanny
Riggs Smith.
Riggs Smith,
Uh-huh.
and your dad was
James Thomas Smith. His father was John Smith. What time we have to be over at Shirley's?
we have to be over there about 5 or 4:30 maybe.
Now this is Grandpa Riggs's family, but I don't know all of them. That's Uncle Jim and that's Uncle Allie, but I don't know all of them. But that's his sisters and Grandpa Riggs's brothers, and that looks like Grandpa's much. Let me see here. I don't have it up close enough. Yeah, that's Grandpa. Now, I don't know all names, but that's his brothers and sisters. I
Let's do
got
it
some of
this
these pictures from Mom, you know.
Oh, sure.
That's what I told Jim. I said, take them pictures because they're as much yours as they are mine, but he brought them back and he wouldn't take them back, said he never done nothing with them. He wanted to have some made off of them, and he didn't do it.
Now,
Now, this is me,
now,
and that's a bunch of cousins. This was Aunt Jenny's daughter, Catherine. No, here's Catherine. And this is Howard, and Uncle Albert's son. And this is Gladys, his daughter. And this is Helen. That's Uncle Albert's.
there's you.
Yeah, that's me. We was at some kind of reunion or something. I can't remember. There's Billy and Bruce. There's your
Mom
mother
and Dad.
Your mother and Dad in high school.
Wow. Mom and Dad.
I've told them different times to take them, and they never did do it. You know, because
So, how many brothers and sisters did Papaw have?
he had 5 sisters and 1 brother. Want their names?
Yeah, what was their names?
His Uncle Albert was the brother, and his Aunt Jenny, Aunt Carrie, I think Aunt Carrie was the oldest, Aunt Carrie, and Aunt Kate, Aunt Stell, Aunt Maud.
Stella.
What?
Was it short for Stella? Stell.
They just called her Aunt Stella. I guess it was probably Stella.
And what was the other one? Maud?
Maud. Mm-hmm.
Is that where Aunt Clarice gets her?
No, Donnie gave Clarice that name. He always called her Maud. And you know, Ruth Nelson said, is your name Clarice Maud or Maud Clarice? Clarice says it ain't either one.
That's what Donnie calls her.
That's Jim when he was in school.
Yeah, that's Uncle Jimmy.
You've probably seen that. And that's Nancy Lou.
Wow, Nancy.
This is
Almost looks like Mom.
no right.
Nancy.
Lou, I thought it was Nancy, but I wasn't. That's what I said. I should have marked them all. I've got a few marked, but not too many of them. I should have marked them all because now this is George's bunch at Sexton.
That Papa work with?
Mm-hmm.
There's Papa.
Look here.
Oh my goodness. There's Mom.
Yeah, that's your mother. Here's Nancy's wedding picture.
Let's see. Oh, from the newspaper.
If you want to see something old looking, that's me and Don.
Oh my goodness. You're
Mom,
kidding.
Mom made that coat for Donnie. I can remember that as well. And that little hat he's got on, she made that too. She made him that coat.
My goodness.
That's our pictures when we was little.
Now, and then your brothers and sisters, list them for me. Well, there's
I said
Uncle
two
Don.
brothers.
Right.
Don and Jim. Donald Ray and James Thomas. He's named after Daddy.
Was he like the second or junior?
Junior, I think.
And then your Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert, that Papa's brother. What was his full name? Do you know?
Just Albert's all I ever heard him called. If he had a middle name, I don't know it.
Because I can look some of this stuff up, you know, in records.
This is Mary. One of her. Yeah, that's Mary.
That looks exactly like Sandy D.
You think it does? So many people say Sandy looks like her. You know, Robbie hasn't been doing good in his grades. They've been having trouble, and he can get them, but he just won't do it, you know. And now there's your mother and Nancy's wedding.
And Uncle Bill. Wow. And is this Mary?
Yeah,
Mom, Donnie,
Miss Cox.
Uncle Tom.
Whitey.
Who's this?
It's your Uncle Whitey. Aunt Lucille's husband. He done the singing. He was sung at her wedding. And that's, the preacher that they had down there so long. What was his name? Know as well do my own if I could
Is
think
that
of
Uncle
it.
Bob?
Yeah. Uncle Bob.
Wow. Look at that.
Can't believe it, can you?
That's quite a crew. That's hard to believe.
Look here.
Oh, wow.
It's a wedding picture.
Sure is. Now, I've seen a couple of these. Uncle Donnie sent me one of Mom at her wedding.
Oh,
I'm going to send back to him. That he had.
Here's
Sure,
Nancy.
that's coming out okay.
I've got a lot of Nancy, but I've got a lot of the rest of them too when I get to them. But Nancy, and this is Nancy.
Now, this looks like Tanya.
This is Virginia's wedding. If you want to see something,
Don't you think that looks like Tanya?
yeah, it does. If you want to see something different, look at that. Look at that wedding gown. We thought that's the prettiest thing ever was, and it was pretty for that time, you know.
Right.
Had a little, it was a dress and then a little kind of a jacket over it, you know, a little lacy jacket over it.
Now who's that? Is that Claire's?
Yeah, and she's pregnant with that's Miss Hicks.
I think she looks like Lisa and Joe Renee there.
Well, she does. They look like her. And that's Pritchard, and that's me. Yeah, I imagine this is...
Now, who's this, Mammaw? Is this Granny Smith?
Miss Hicks.
That's Miss Hicks.
Tom's mother.
Yeah,
And that's
Granny Hicks.
Pritchard, his brother there. He was Tom's best man. Yeah, this is Virginia's school picture, and this is Virginia right here. That's her school picture. I don't know all of them. That's Blanche Maynard. I know her. Normally seen her a minute ago. And where she is now, I've lost her. Let's see just a minute. Here, that's Nimley. You know Nimley, don't you?
Emily.
Conley now. Lives up here across from Claire's on that corner house.
Yeah.
Virginia and her they graduated together, you know.
Oh, okay.
Marcella Withrow and Numely. Marcella went to school with Claire's and Numely went with Virginia. Let me see again. This is Margie and Mitty. That's 19 Shirley again on the wedding. Another school picture, and I don't know whose this one is. Don't think I've got it marked. It's Donnie's. Yeah. Donnie's school picture.
There's Mr. Pelfrey. I think there's a good chance he might be seeing this tape.
What?
I said I'll probably show this tape to Donnie.
This is Shirley.
Oh my goodness. Now where was this taken?
Over in Canova. I was over at George's Ain't Mates when that was taken. This is Clarice.
Well, she looks awful pretty there.
Yeah, she did. She's still a single girl. Here's Bobby Gordon. That's Virginia. This is Margie and Mitty. That's your cousins. Your mother's cousins.
Mom's cousins right here.
Yeah, and this is Barbara Jean. You remember her?
I don't know, Mammaw.
Aunt Lucille's daughter. Donnie's yearbook.
8th grade commencement.
8th grade. This is our 25th anniversary. Notice. That's a notice. This is Mom and Dad on their 50th anniversary. That was taken in there on the couch of ours at that time. This is some of my cousins. I don't think you'd know them. So. That's Dad again. That's taken out in my backyard.
Look here. So you can see them. Now, who's this? I was going to ask you, who's this?
This is Dad and my back. That's Uncle Farrell and Uncle Benton, Mom's two brothers. And that was taken up to Uncle Benton's up at Mill Creek. You go out Route 75 and cross over from Fort... you don't go as far as Fort Gay. one of George's uncles. Let's see. Nancy Lou again. That's little Henry.
Where did you say this was taken? This is.
This is taken out my backyard. That's Miss Hickson's house. You see that sun porch they got out there? That's taken next to the back fence right out here. Can't you tell? See that house? That's the back of the house.
Okay.
And that one window, you could see that. Did you get what you wanted wrote down?
Oh no, nowhere near. I'd like to do pages.
This is Claire's name on Easter Sunday. I don't know what Easter do. I haven't marked. I don't think I do.
Mm-mm.
Now, that looks like Tanya. I don't have it marked either. Now this is Dad, and that's an old picture. Terry Lee looks like him. Jim's Terry. Looks like him an awful lot. This is me at Billy's wedding, and they wanted me to hold Sarah. I had her. Whoops, getting away from me.
So now, let's go back to these, Mammaw. This was your yellow dress and your black sash, is that what you said? I can see what I'm doing now. And where was that picture taken, do you know?
Over at Portsmouth, at Uncle Farrell's house. I used to go over there and stay a week at a time. Now this is Don and I, when we lived in 19th Street in West Huntington.
Oh. And a little pony.
Yeah, they come around with that pony, you know, taking pictures.
That's a good picture. And that's you.
Taken, that's about 1918 when that was taken, because we lived there on 19th and Madison Avenue when that was taken.
Oh my goodness.
That's an old picture.
Sure is.
Old picture. This is Aunt Marie and some of her, this is Margie, and that's Marie. I don't think Mitty's in it. No, I don't know. I don't know who all they are, really. This is Jim. I'm sure you've seen that, and Jim, as before he met Sharice. Now this is Mom out from her house. There's a wall there, and she's sitting on that wall. Here we are. Lord, that's an awful looking picture of me. I think it was. My hair looks awful. That's our 25th anniversary.
Oh, that's your 25th?
Yeah.
See, now I remember your 50th.
Yeah. But we had our 25th here at this house. Miss Sexton gave us 25 silver dollars in the cutest little box. I've got it shed upstairs, a little metal box. And she had cotton in it, and Claire opened it and said, dollars, dollars, dollars. Never will forget. That's Dad and George. That's out in our backyard.
Yeah, it's taken about the same time.
Now here's George and Mummy's old cars. You want to see that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm skipping over some of these because some
You got a pipe?
Yeah, he used to smoke a pipe all the time. I told him if he died, we'd have to put a pipe in his mouth for him to look natural. And he just quit it.
And that's right out here in the driveway.
Yeah. Car. We used to have a garage, you know, and he parked there. There's Daddy again. That's a good picture. That's an old picture.
Looks like a little bit like Philip, George Philip. Wonder how old this picture is.
Oh, I have no idea. Because Dad was young there. You can tell he was a young man. Jim's got a bigger picture of him, about like, he's got him and Mom. And it's an old picture, too. They both was real young. I don't know how old Dad would have been there. Probably in his, I'd say, around his early 30s.
Thomas Smith.
Yeah. That's me and George.
Did he go by Thomas?
No, he went by Tom. Everybody called him Tom.
But it was James Thomas.
They called him Tom, and Jimmy they called. Now this is my Grandma Riggs, and two of her grandchildren. That's Uncle Lee that died. That was his two sons, and Grandma had them at that time. That's an old picture. Now here's Mom on her 75th birthday, and I had a birthday party for her. You can remember her, can't you?
I sure can. I remember her being in that rocking chair. I'd go running upstairs to see her.
Somewhere with you and her sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Now this is Virginia school picture. That's our garage before it burned.
I didn't know it burned.
Yeah, we was over to Virginia's one night and heard the fire truck and come home. George come up the driveway and said, "I'll be damned. No garage." That's what he said. Said, "I'll be damned. No garage." That's me and George in our court. No. That's taken when Donnie was a baby on Daniel Street.
Oh my goodness. Look at you.
Oh Lord, if you want to see something, we's in Florida. That's me and Virginia and That's horrible, isn't it?
That's funny.
Now here's Jimmy, and I was pregnant with Shirley. He's home on furlough. I was down at Murphy's eating. He'd come in on Saturday, or he'd come in on Friday, I guess, but he come over here on Saturday, and I was gone. I had a babysitter and went down town. I had to go pay some bills, and I went in at Murphy's and sitting there at the lunch counter, and they come in and said Jim's outside, and I went out, and I walked about a block or a block and a half before I opened my mouth, and directly he said, I couldn't say a word to him. He said, "Sis, how do I look?" How do I look? And I said, "Jim, you look good to me in anything." And I was just choked to death, you know.
Yeah.
Because we like to grieve their self-death because he
was gone to war.
Fierce battles, yeah. That's Uncle Benton and Donnie. That was up at Uncle Benton's house up in Mill Creek, and Donnie acting a fool with crutches. His wife was a cripple, his second wife. And now here's an old picture, and this is two of my cousins. That's Abby. She's dead now, and she lived to be 90-some. She's just been dead about 2 years, and that's Everett Riggs, Uncle Farrell's son. That's her picture, but you can tell it's an old picture.
Oh, yeah.
The way they're dressed and all. Here's where Jimmy when he's a baby. Now this is a real old car. That's taken back about, that's before we was married.
Almost
While
looks
I
like
was going with George over at the shop track where George worked. That's a little Oberlin, what they called an Oberlin. That's an old, I've got something wrote on the back you can look and see. I don't know what it is.
George's car before we were married.
Now this is an old picture, but I don't know who
North
they are.
N&W at the shop.
Uh-huh.
What's that?
He worked over at the N&W.
Oh, okay.
At the shops, yeah. They call it the shop track over there. And this is where he worked at the roundhouse. It's the roundhouse they called it. And Daddy worked on the red car, and that's where he learned his welding. He was taking boiler making. That's what he served his apprentice at. But he learned.
What's boiler making?
He learned. Well, they work on these boilers around these. You have boilers in restaurants and dry cleanings. That's why he had to work so much overtime all the time. I don't know what that is. That's an old picture, but it must be Mom's grandma and grandpa. It was in Mom's picture, see, and it's not marked, and I have no idea who it is.
So we suspect it might be.
I thought maybe it might be Mom's dad and his grandma and
Miss.
grandpa. Now this is another one of me and Don that's old.
So you think they might be your mom's grandparents?
Oh, that's what I thought, That's me and Don. That's an old picture too. Now this one was taken on our 80 and 82nd birthday up at Mary's. You know, we had that party, you remember?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I know you were. It was the year before he died.
Mm-hmm.
That's Uncle Farrell, Aunt Abby, and Everett when Everett was a baby. Look how they're dressed there.
That's an old picture.
Now this is Daddy. And look at Jimmy. You'll laugh. Daddy's cutting kindling wood, and Jimmy's sitting there. He gathered it up and carried it in. Daddy was cutting kindling. That was a little, just a little shed like that where he kept his wood and stuff. The home place.
Back in over Canova, right?
Now this is Mary and Kevin and George when, you know, he didn't get to attend her wedding. Mary kept saying that he was going to, and I kept telling her he wouldn't be able, and he wasn't. I don't know what's in here. That's pictures of Hunky.
This one is little Jim.
Yeah, I thought maybe you had them. I'd find it. Here's Chelsea and Shanda.
Let's see, here's Uncle
Here's
Donnie.
Rob and little Rob. And Ashley.
Sandy and Robbie and little Rob.
Here's Chelsea and Shanda again. They're awful pretty kids, weren't they?
Oh yeah. I remember Chelsea coming up to see Papa all the time.
Yeah. She don't never come up no more. She did this summer once in a while, but she didn't come very often. This is George's in the paper about his death. That's little Jim. I know you've seen that.
Yeah.
Mindy. We might get through some of these. I'm not showing all because this is just Aunt Em and Aunt Abby and them and Mom. That was Mom. See, she's got her head tied up there. I don't know. Mom always done that. I don't know why. I don't know what child that is. I think it's, yeah, I do too. That's Donnie Jr. when he was a baby in Cleveland. That's just a cousin of mine. Here's where, I think that's Mindy's baptism. Brother Bob Copley baptizing Mindy. It's up at, no, I believe that was down, I believe she got baptized down at, I can't remember if she was baptized Second Baptist or up at the England Hill.
This was 12 Pole Creek, this one. Right here.
Yeah, 12 Polk Creek.
And that's says Granddad and Belle Stewart.
And what? Granddad and Bill Stewart built the Ford. The name of the horse, Kate. Grandpa Smith and Aunt May in 12 Polk. They built the fort.
What does that mean? They built the fort?
I think, well, I know this is Uncle Farrell, and I don't know who the man is, but that's an old picture.
Golly.
It's old, ain't it? Now here's Aunt Carrie and her family, Daddy's sister. Ed died, he had, this is Edgar. No, that's Carol, and this is Edgar, and this is Ernest, Aunt Carrie and Uncle Wilburn. And he had the flu in 1918, and you know, they said a back set was worse than the flu, and so many people, they'd get out too early and take a back set and die. And he went to a dance, and he wasn't completely over the flu, and he died.
My goodness. And was he young?
Yes, he's young. This is Grandpa Riggs and Uncle Farrell and Aunt Obby, it says, but I don't know who the old people is. Might have been his parents. I don't know who they are. It's Uncle Farrell and now this is two of my cousins, and this is old too, as you can very well tell. That's me with Gladys and Ethel. That's Uncle Willard's girls. And his wife, I started to say she left him, but she's running around on him, and he run her off. And he put them children in, well, Grandma kept them a while, and is in some kind of school for children for a while, because he couldn't take care of them and work, you know.
Those are some pretty big hats they got on.
Yeah.
See that?
Kind of bonnets like, ain't they? I don't know, sort of. Now I've got a bow in my hair. I don't know how old I was there. Wasn't too old.
Want me to get it?
Want to?
Hello? Yeah? Nope, she just left. She went on vacation. I'm doing fine. Doing fine. We're just going through some pictures. She's right here, okay? No, she's going over to visit Trish. And see Trish's new baby. No, it's the girl. She was in her wedding. She introduced us. Good friends of ours. So she's going to meet us over at the house later. I think about 5 or 5:30. So should be fun. Nope. Do a little birthday in. I know. I don't think she minds. Okay, here she is. It's Aunt Mary.
Ella. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Well, I'm sure she did. Had she got sick or anything before? Uh-huh. No, I'm sure it won't. I've got the paper, but I haven't looked at it yet. No, it won't be until tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's Mom's home place.
Oh, this is?
I bet she did too. Probably wasn't feeling good. And, I bet she did. That's Uncle Farrell and Aunt Obby and Grandpa Riggs. That's an old picture.
I'll say.
Not yet, I haven't. Why don't you come down and look at pictures with us? I need to show you them towels. They're just extra long. Wednesday on evening? Oh, well, okay. Yeah, we will. I like to go to them, don't you? I know it. Well, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Bye. Best Stanley, a friend of mine, if she'd lived till May, she'd have been 96, and she died this morning or in the night sometime.
Oh, goodness.
Mary found out when she went to the beauty shop. That's Mary Pruitt, but I just wanted to show you that because it's an old picture. You remember Mary, don't you? To come over and visit me some. My cousin, she lived in Florida, Aunt Lizzie's daughter.
I think so. I think I remember them.
See that dress? You can tell. Now this is Aunt Minnie. That's who I was named after, and her husband died when them boys, and that's Clyde. And her boys was just little boys when he died, and she didn't have much way of making a living. And
how did she die? He die?
he was up in the mountains and they just didn't know how to treat him, I think. And I think he had appendicitis. I read an article on it. Everett had an article. I've got it here somewhere. And he had a boil on his arm. I've heard Mom tell that. And the doctor just reached over on the machine and got the scissors and cut the top off of it. And he took blood poison. And then he said he had appendicitis and operated on him, which he didn't have. And he died.
My goodness.
That's Everett and some guy. I don't know who the guy is, but that's an old picture I just showing you. And this is Uncle Farrell, but he was younger in this picture.
Oh, okay. Got that beard, a white beard.
Yeah, this is Everett. He took his own picture in that picture. Now here's Virginia and Tom.
What is this?
He took his own picture somewhere or other.
Yeah, he's got his little wire right there.
Take his own picture.
And who is that?
Everett Riggs, Uncle Farrell's son. They just had the one boy, and they lived at Portsmouth. That's where I went. I used to go over there and stay a week at a time. In fact, I drank wine one time. Uncle Farrell gave me cherry wine, and it was good. And I drank it, and Aunt Obby said, Farrell, don't give her no more. And I liked it, and I just kept drinking it. And Uncle Farrell let me. He'd just pour me glass after glass. We went, Everett had a bunch of his friends in. I wasn't too old, 13, 14, somewhere along there. He had a bunch of friends in to play cards that night, and I got my cards, and I said, well, all my cards is alike, and I had the backs towards me. I was just drunk as a monkey. I drank too much wine. I liked it, and I was just young enough that I drank it and didn't know no better. Farrell gave it to me, and Aunt Obby got so mad at him.
I bet you felt bad the next day.
No, I probably did. I can't remember that.
All your cards was the same, huh?
Bill's.
That's Aunt Virginia and
Now,
Uncle
this
Tom.
is Granddad Smith and Bill Stewart. Bill Stewart, I think, was Aunt Obby's brother. She was a Stewart, and that's Granddad Smith. But they lived up on 12 Pole, the Stewarts and Grandpa, too.
So this was your grandfather?
Yeah, Grandpa Smith, Daddy's dad.
Okay.
Let's see here if that's Ethel Gladys. Me and George, that's at Sandy's wedding.
Yeah, that was outside, wasn't it? I remember that.
Yeah, she had a
Remember that well.
garden party.
I remember at Sandy's wedding going over to see Uncle Bob because he was too sick to come over.
Yeah. You know who that is? I always liked that picture.
That's Mom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shirley Berger.
And you know who this is? I don't even know when that was taken. 1936.
Oh, this is you, Mammaw. Wow.
When Donnie was born. 36.
1936.
I had a picture made, and she said, aren't you going to order more? And I said, no. I just went and had my picture made myself, and she said, well, you know, your husband wants one. I said, he don't even know I'm having one made. But I did order another one then, I think. I've got it here somewhere. I don't know where. Now, this is George Edward, our baby that died.
Oh,
And
wow.
the man come around the house taking that picture. I don't like it the way he had him sitting. Looked like we should have had a blanket or something. You know, he was young. He wasn't quite 6 months old when that picture was made. And he took it, and when he brought the proofs back, George Edward was real bad, and he told the neighbors to tell me not to worry, that I'd get my picture. It just so happened that I had that made before he died. And I could just feel him in my arms when I got that picture, because I've left it lay around. I should have got a frame, and I've just about left it ruined. Now this is Teresa Carroll when she was having so much problems. Isn't she pretty?
Mm-hmm.
She was a beautiful girl. Now this is your aunt, great aunt. It's your mother's aunt. Now Shirley is like Lucille. She's an awful like her Aunt Lucille.
Yeah.
Here's another wedding picture of your mother and dad. You know
Oh,
that?
and there's Papa Gibbs,
Yeah.
Buster,
Mammaw Gibbs.
Mammaw Gibbs, and you. And Papa didn't go.
No, he wouldn't attend the wedding.
I remember. I heard that story.
Now you know who this is?
Because it was a Catholic wedding.
Grandma and Grandpa Pelfrey.
Now, who is this?
Grandma and Grandpa Pelfrey, George's mother and dad.
Now.
Mittie, M-I-T-T-I-E, Mittie Pelfrey.
And is she
and
the one
Freeland,
who passed away
43 years old.
young, when he was very young?
Had heart trouble. He was just 53 when he got killed by a car. This is Jimmy.
So this is Papa's mom and dad.
Uh-huh. You need to write that down. Freeland and Mittie's their name now. You can get it directly, I'll tell you. This is Jimmy. It's out in the backyard, I think.
I need to fix my light.
Look how cute Debbie was.
Debbie Ann?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that cute? That's a little purple outfit. I can light the light if you think it'll help.
I think it might be a good idea.
I hate to look out that window. Nothing I can do about it. I wondered if...
Stay put, Mammaw.
I wondered if... I asked Mary yesterday, wonder if... John Russell over here might clean windows, you know. He does painting and work like that, and I thought he might clean windows for me. Look here. That was such a good picture. Everett took that. We was over at Everett's, and he had it developed, and the man enlarged one. He'd pick one out every week and enlarge it. That's Clarice, Virginia, Donnie, and Nancy.
Look at
They're
that.
eating ice cream. You can see some on Donnie's mouth.
And look at those little shorts with the buckle.
Yeah. Little outfit, little paint outfit. That was the style.
Look at them.
Now here's where Donnie was a baby. And that's me. That was in 36. Right after, because he was born in May in 36. That's Clarice in Virginia and George St. Clara. And Donnie.
Wow.
Now there's another picture of Virginia, and you've seen that, didn't you? This is Debbie when she's in the ballerinas.
Where was that picture you had of Debbie earlier?
What did I do with it?
Now, Debbie was the first grandchild, wasn't she?
Uh-huh. Here it is. Little Firma. Yeah, she's born in Louisiana. We didn't see her till she was 3 months old.
Oh, you're really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what were they doing down there?
He was in service.
And they were down in Louisiana?
In Bossier, Louisiana. Bossier City. That's Virginia Lee.
That's Virginia?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Now this is another work picture. Or I put that in back, I don't know which. Did I put it back, or is that just another one I had? I don't know. Her hair's so short there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, it is. I'm trying to get some of that glare off the window.
That's Daddy's section, you know. He's retired now, and that's Ham Dalton, George, but I don't know. George right here, I don't know all them guys. I said, it's a funny workplace. They never got acquainted. You never got acquainted with none of the men. I didn't. They never had nothing for the men. This is Sandy, and I took that picture out in Mom's side yard, and I always thought it was so cute the way she was sitting. Don,
now,
Sandy,
who's this?
you know, Sandy, Don,
Yeah.
Don, Sandy. You know
Sandy,
her.
was Sandy Parsley?
Yeah, Sandy Parsley. I don't know what I've got.
Mom's cousin.
I don't know what I've got wrote on the back.
We'll read it.
Got something wrote there. The
Grass was tickling
her, so we got her a cushion. Still tickled her feet, but was a perfect pose anyway. It was. I thought it was so cute.
That is a cute
We thought
picture.
the world and all of her, you know.
Yeah.
Don's first child. This is mine, Hazel. Now here's Uncle Farrell shoveling snow, looks like.
When you say Uncle Farrell, he was your uncle.
Mom's brother.
And where did he live, Mammaw?
He's dead now, but he lived at Portsmouth.
Oh, Portsmouth, Ohio?
Uh-huh. He was a railroader. He's the engineer on the railroad. Uncle Farrell was. Yeah, he's shoveling that snow, and
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Jr., that's a cousin of mine when he was a baby. See, the little boys wore dresses then. My baby that died, George Edward, you noticed in that picture he was 6 months old and had a dress on.
Mm-hmm. And who is this with the dress on?
Wayne Riggs, a cousin of mine, and had a dress on, see, and he's pretty good size. Babies wore dresses. The boys did the same as the girls then. Let's see here. I've got a lot of Everett. That's Everett again. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's
so Uncle Farrell was your mom's brother.
Brother,
Farrell, what was his last name?
Riggs.
Riggs.
Mom was a Riggs.
Riggs. And
here he is, and here's his dog. This is out of Everett's Albin. I got the Albin after he died, and that's Uncle Farrell. There he is there with Everett when Everett was a baby. And there he is with these dogs. They always had dogs. There's him.
It says 1226 24th Street. I'm guessing that's in Portsmouth?
Yeah. They lived on Summit Street a while, but now when he died, they lived out close to where where Kevin's people lived. They lived out, I can't think of the name of it now. Look here.
Now that looks like Lisa when she was a little girl.
What does this look like?
Almost looks like me.
It's Clareston, Virginia. And we live in May Court.
So that's Claire, so it looks like Lisa, and that's Virginia.
That's before George Edward was born. George Edward was
And where did you live?
In May Court, down in Ashland.
Where's that at?
It's right in behind the high school. As you go in and back out, as they say. You drive in, you have to, it's just a little court-like. Now this sure ain't Lucille.
That's at Claire's, Virginia.
Lucille and Whitey and Barbara and Claudine.
And is he who sang at Claire's wedding?
He sang at Virginia's
wedding. That's what it was. Virginia's wedding.
There's George.
Now I remember this picture really well.
Yeah.
Papaw. Because I think everybody had a copy of it.
Here's Kenny and Helen.
There's a picture of Papaw.
Jimmy's in-laws.
Oh, I know. Kenny and Helen. It's good. With them.
Good picture, isn't it?
And they lived in Flemingsburg forever, didn't they?
What?
They lived in Flemingsburg for
yeah.
such a long time. Pinkies.
Uncle Farrell again.
Donna's dad.
Record of Moses and Zachariah Riggs. Don't you read it? People used to have these all the time. These mottos, I used to have them hanging. One guy went with Nancy, asked if I was Catholic because I had mottos hanging in the living room. And this was given to us 1948.
To Shirley Marie, Mary Frances, and James Arthur from the Russells. December 25th,
all these years.
1948.
A little prayer, motto with a prayer on it.
Wow.
Something in it.
Sure is. Now this record of Moses D. and Zechariah Rigg.
That's Mom's family.
Moses D. and Zechariah Rigg was born on Durbin Creek, Kentucky.
That's Mom's grandparents.
Moses was born July 3rd, 1827.
No, not Mom's, Grandpa's people.
His father, Thomas Rigg, moved near Springfield, Illinois, and died about 1838. Then Mose and Zechariah came back to West Virginia and were married. They married sisters. Zechariah married Rebecca Christian, and Mose married Nancy Christian. Nancy Christian was born in Tazewell County, Virginia, November 4th, 1827. Her father and mother came to the Ohio River Valley and stopped near where Logan Courthouse, West Virginia now stands, but was run out by the Indians. He then came to the mouth of Four Pole Creek, Cabell County, West Virginia, with his oxen and sled. His wife rode a small horse and carried Nancy in her lap. He was offered 100 acres of land for his horse. It not being good hunting ground, he declined to take it, so he took up 38 acres of land on White's Creek, Wayne County, West Virginia, near Centerville. Mose Rigg was married to Nancy Christian February 8, 1848, and to this union were born 12 children.
That's Mom's people.
T.J. Rigg, Trachonius Rigg. T.J. Rigg is Farrell.
Let's see.
Was born in 1849.
No, that was Grandpa's brother. T.J. Thomas Riggs. He was the preacher.
Trachonius Rigg, December 3rd, 1851. Leander Rigg, October 13th, 1853. Silas Rigg, Harvey Rigg, Zechariah.
Harvey Riggs is my grandpa. That's Mom's father, Harvey Riggs.
Harvey Rigg, June 5th, 1856.
That's Mom's uncle, see, that Tom. Now, I know
all these people were her uncles, weren't they?
Yeah, I know Uncle Tom Riggs. I know Silas.
All these people were her uncles and aunts, right?
And I know Uncle Jim Riggs. Now, I didn't know his sisters. This Cynthia,
Martha,
she lived in
James,
Cynthiana,
Sarah.
Kentucky, and I never did meet her. And Wayne Riggs, I knowed Uncle Wayne. I've been to his house, stayed all night with him. And Uncle Zach Riggs, that was Nellie Porter.
They had kids from 1849 to 1871, and your grandfather, right? Your grandfather was born June 5th, 1856.
Yeah, Harvey was my grandfather.
Wow. And then the Christian life of the family. T.J. Rigg was converted at Getaway, Ohio in 1866 and joined the Proctorville Missionary Baptist Church and baptized in the Ohio River by Reverend
I
Greer.
was baptized in the Ohio River.
Were you really?
Yeah, over at Canola.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is Claire's. I think I showed you one like that.
Now Harvey Rigg joined the Greenbrier Baptist Church November 30th, 1873 and was baptized by the Reverend W.T. Ball.
That's up in Wayne County, you know, where we used to have the Riggs Union, but you wasn't born then when they quit having it up there at the Greenbrier.
At the Greenbrier in West
Church,
Virginia,
yeah.
or no?
No.
Up in
Out Route 75 and that way up towards Wayne.
Okay,
Up in Wayne. That's Claire's saying.
good picture, Aunt Claire's.
George looks like he's condemned to die there. I don't know why.
Now I remember this picture.
Miss
Aunt
Pelfrey.
Virginia. Is that Claire's?
Yeah.
And Jimmy,
Yeah.
Tawny, Mom, Nancy. Who's that?
Mary.
That's Mary?
Yeah.
Look at that
She
bunch.
had her hair all cut off. She had it cut real short. I didn't like it, but this is the announcement.
Oh, that's a great picture.
This is the write up about your mother and dad's wedding.
It says, when the couple left on a wedding trip to Cumberland Falls in Berea, the bride was wearing a black eyelet dress with matching accessories. They are now residing at 409 23rd Street in Ashland. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
This is nice the way it's laminated.
I don't know who done that. Tom must have done it for me. That's Nancy and Lena. Lena was her maid of honor. Her wedding. I think that's about all I was locked. We'll start on the albums now, but I thought you'd like to look at these older pictures first.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Now this, tell you the truth, I don't know for sure whether that's Nancy or Shirley. They both was blonde when they was little, and I don't have
How
it.
long were they blonde?
Huh?
How long were they blonde? Who is it?
Well, Nancy's hair turned dark, and your mother's did too.
But how old were they?
Can't remember. They.
See, because Meredith and I wonder what color hair our child will have. Because she's blonde and I'm dark.
George's was jet black.
Right.
He had jet black
And
hair.
then,
Donnie
of course,
did.
Mom was
Donnie
blonde.
did. All of them had black hair, but but Shirley and Jimmy, and they had the light hair. They took after me.
And who's this? We don't know.
I'm not sure, but Shirley, I'll have to ask Marion. Shirley, I bet, would know whether it's her or Nancy. They look. That's just somebody else. I don't know who that is. Picture here. I don't know who it is. I have no idea.
Now, who's this? Is this?
Uncle Farrell
Farrell.
and Dobby. That's their
I
big
recognize
old
those dogs.
Yeah.
The boxers,
Yeah.
aren't they?
That's what they had, boxers. If they stepped on your toe, you'd know it.
I bet you
And
would.
they did. I was over there and they stepped on my toe. She had a little whip like, and she'd whip them and make them move about. But, or they crazy about them old dogs. Everett had one, I guess, till he died.
Well, we're crazy about our dog, Griffin. Now, you were telling me about this dress? This is you.
It's such a silly thing now. It was a dress. See underneath there, it looks like my petticoat's showing, don't it? But it was a dress. And then you had that over it. Or a skirt, I can't remember. It might have been just a skirt. But anyway, that was over it. And it flared out and made you look like you was 10 tons wide. And that's a long time before I got married. I just don't like the picture.
This is Papaw's family.
Yeah. Now, did you get all their names?
Well, yeah, I wrote those down, and they're also written on this photo.
Did you get
I'm getting a shadow.
Did you get Mom's names? Mom's family's name?
I'm running low on battery too. I think that I did. I think we'll have to sit down separately and write down names because you have to go through everybody's brother and sister.
Yeah.
So